Welcome to the Symmetrics channel. Today we are going to look at urban data science. A lot of data has a spatial component. Town planners use spatial data in making decisions, while retailers use it to improve business performance. Let's look at some examples. The first example relates to town planning. A town planner needs data to support his decision to allow the construction of a rail station. How can this be done? The solution is to look at the likelihood that the station will be supported. An assumption is made that the further you are from the station, the less likely you would be to use the station. The population are then counted in the vicinity of the site to see the likely population to reach the station. Now for a retail example. In this case, a developer wants to develop a retail center on a chosen site, but is not sure if it's feasible. How can we prove that this development is likely to succeed? The solution is to draw a trade area that represents the likely population to support the center. Looking at the population density, access and distance from the site can help to shape the trade area. The trade area population is then counted to calculate a likely support base for the retail center. The previous examples use statistical relationships and theoretical concepts. The half model is one of the theoretical concepts that forms the cornerstone in spatial data science. This model assumes the probability that a consumer will visit the site is a function of the distance to the site. As seen in the previous examples, town planners have a vision, but they need data to support their decisions. To support a town planner's vision, we require statistical models such as the half model. The solution for the town planner is to have a strong grasp of data science. When new developments are planned, we cannot say for sure it will work or not. However, we can try and explain the aspects that increases the likelihood of a development to fail or succeed. On this page is a definition that I formulated for the field of urban data science. Urban data science combines the town planning vision with data science in order to find statistical relationships in variables that impact the success of urban developments. In making decisions, we must not forget to involve the voice of the public and their vision for the future. Let us investigate the role of urban planning. Urban planning is concerned with the socio-economic welfare of residents within cities and towns. This is done by shaping the physical form and function of the city through land use guidelines and policies. Planning is done for the people who live in cities. Thus, the input and approval from the public is essential in town planning decisions. Town planners use statistical data and public participation to help identify the economic needs of communities. When the public needs are identified, then the welfare of people can generally be improved by what I call plugging the community into the infrastructure of the city. Think of the infrastructure that benefits a community. People must be connected to essential services such as water, sewage, electricity, access to roads, access to the public transport system, access to employment and community services. People must also have an emotional connection to where they live. Think of parks, public squares, beaches, waterfronts, sports facilities, a place of worship, retail centers, and employment. People need to feel safe and secure. Think of land ownership, zoning, home ownership, and planning that address the needs of the people. So why do we need planning? The reality is the world is not equal. there's a big difference in power, wealth, and geographic resources. We can change the world if we plan for the future by creating a society with equal opportunities. Think of solutions that make cities great. It's all about access to opportunities. People of London have access to job opportunities due to an excellent public transport system. Seattle provides good wheelchair access to buildings and job opportunities. Amsterdam rates favorably in terms of pedestrian friendliness. In the end, it's all about our attitudes. Do we care and plan for the future or not? Urban planning determines our future. Will it be a future with opportunities in a connected society, or a future with no opportunities in an unconnected society? The field of town planning has changed over the years. We have more data instantly available for decision making. We also have more computing power for data analysis and machine learning. A lot of data are generated in urban areas every day. This data must be analyzed and visualized. There are 5 methods in the industry to analyze spatial data. One is density maps, secondly linear distance models, thirdly non-linear distance models, fourth natural language processing, and lastly dashboard reports. This is an example of a density map as sourced from the ArcGIS blog. A radius is a good example of a linear distance model. It is useful to compare the populations based on a fixed distance from a site. This example was done by me using ArcGIS Business Analyst. Looking at the map, drive distances can be seen as a non-linear distance model. You may live near a site as the crow flies, but the road distance may vary, since roads are not always straight. This example was done by me using ArcGIS Business Analyst. This is a visual example of natural language processing. The idea is to search for keywords that repeat itself in text as a way to highlight important issues. This example was created by me using minutes from a meeting by CI Group. This is an example of a data dashboard. The report includes key metrics and benchmarks for a city council. It visualizes complex data metrics in one place to assist town planners to make sound decisions based on data. Town planners will need to solve problems with data to support their visions. With growing populations, better decisions need to be made that focus on efficiency and sustainability. A company such as Symmetrics helps town planners to visualize data with informative data dashboards. Check out the Symmetrics website at www.symmetrics.co.za to see what we do. Okay, that's it. If you like this video, please give it a like below and consider subscribing to the channel so that you can be notified on similar videos. See you guys next time.